So I missed the last race, but this is round 3 in Homeland, Florida, put on by SADRA Club. Great job. Really fun course. It was tough though. Lots of sand whoops, and it was still pretty darn warm for November. 21 guys in my class this race, and another 10 for the Elite Masters, so we had a pretty big line. When that 10 seconds call goes off, that's when your heart rate really starts to jump. Got a pretty good jump there. Mark Perone and one of the other guys getting the hole shots over there. And Steve Maher, aka Bad Fish, fellow offshore guy from the East Coast, getting around me there on the left-hand side. Dave Evans from the Elite Masters class, blasting on through there. Jimmy Walker getting through on the inside there, and the first of the many nasty little deep sand turns. Of course, had a nice flow to it, but plenty of whoops and square edge bumps, so you better make sure your seat's tight. Whoop! That was a seat laying right there. Yeah, you're pretty much not going anywhere without that. Steve Thompson coming around the outside there. And then, whoa, Nelly. That was close. Oh, blew the top of the berm out there. That soft stuff doesn't hold up real well. And while we're getting our act together, pretty much everybody else goes by. Didn't get too much damage. Some of those guys are in the Elite Masters, and got back on and tucked in behind my buddy Mike there. Of course, had several deep sandy sections that you just kind of had to pound your way through, and you were rewarded with some fast, open, flowy sections through the grasslands. Just kind of had to watch the corners. You come in a little too hot and find yourself just sliding on that loose grass. Little traffic jam there, and a tight 180 with a lot of deep little ruts and holes in it, so just kind of had to bang your way through. You didn't want to get too far outside of the main line because there's all kinds of stuff hiding in all those grasses. Mechanized sneaking around marked roads there on the outside. It was fairly dry, but there's still some greasy stuff. That's kind of a clay base, so it holds the water, and it can still be pretty slick. Get Mike around on the inside here. Had some fast open sections too that were pretty sandy. You just put your butt on the back of the seat and let her eat. Catching up to Steve Sweat here. He gets a little sideways, so made a freebie pass for me. Catching up here to Ronnie Johns in his sexy Honda. Man, that thing sounds good. I'm not too biased. There are some nice single track sections through the trees too. This was one of the fun ones. Catching up here to Charles Oliveri. Trying to getting a wide line, sneaking on the inside. This is kind of a cool ridge. It's real high, and you can pretty much see for a long ways in all directions. Kind of try to ride the outside edges of the soft sandy parts, a little smoother, where it's not quite as whooped up, and a little bit better traction on the edge of the grass. Floundering around in the soft sand here, just doink. Tom Mismer from Elite Class giving me some words of encouragement. I think that's what he said anyway. Real soft downhill here, almost went over the bars on one lap, so you can see it. I was just kind of tiptoeing around this tight corner because it is deep sand. catching back up to Steve here, and then not catching. Okay, let's pound our way out of this. Nope, that's not going to work. Let's try this way. No damage done. Batman tries to take me out here. I must look like the Joker. Probably more like the Penguin. Caught back up to the bad fish again, and then I didn't. I don't know, where are you going, son? Stay on the course. Caught back up with bad fish here, and caught up to Steve Thompson too. That's him right in front of me. Managed to sneak around him on a wide line. Where the heck that was going, but bad fish managed to get a little bit more of a gap, taking a better line choice through there. Steve getting a little sideways, and he goes down. Fortunately, he was okay. Caught up to Mark Carone again here. Snuck around him on the inside. And handed it back to him on one of my off-trail excursions. Had a nice deep sand section just as you're coming into the scoring chicane, you know, just so you can look really smooth for all the spectators.
Good Lord! You alright?
Jimmy Walker getting a little out of shape there, and myself as well. Getting tired at this point. Anyway, big thanks to the club. They did a great job with the course. It flowed really nice. Really appreciate all the effort, folks.